Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas, and today is a great day. The day when we are recording this conversation is birthday of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda is someone about who Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore said, if you want to know India, read Vivekanand. It is all positive. There is nothing negative about him. And I have the great pleasure and joy of welcoming someone who loves not only Swami Vivekananda, he also loves Gita. So this is going to be another conversation in the series of Gita Yatra with special focus on Swami Vivekananda. So here I have Dr. Atul Chokshi. Namaste, Pranam, Daksha.
Namaste, namaste.
So let us begin with remembering your impressions about Swami Vivekananda. When you think of that lion in a man or the great sannyasi who came to the West, and I think he single handedly gets the credit of establishing the wisdom and the reservoir of exhaustive knowledge of Bharat in this part of the world. Um of course, your recollection would be great help in learning more about Vivekananda. But I quickly also want to mention that everyone remembers Chicago and that World Parliament religion, and people standing and clapping when he uttered these words, brothers and sisters of America. So here in America, we are talking about Swami Vivekananda after so many years. I think that was 1893 and
Yes, yes,
2026. So
yes.
take it away, Dexter.
Okay. So, like you mentioned, Swami Vivekananda ji is one of the purest and greatest saints of India. He's also known as patriotic saint of India. And I learned about Swamiji from very young age. I was very fortunate. From the age of 8 or 10, I know about the life and teachings of Vivekananda ji. And that had a profound effect on me. And it helped me tremendously in achieving whatever I wanted in life. So I have great reverence, and we all should know about his teachings. And he's a walking Vedanta. So,
So, yeah, let me request you to share the secret of the confidence with which, coming from a country which was not independent at that time and offering the wisdom of sages and Upanishads, and here I think, would you give a lot of credit to his guru, Ramakrishna Paramahansa?
yes, yes, yes. Swami Vivekananda ji was essentially trained by Bhagwan Ramakrishna. He spent more than 5 years with him in extreme close contact and receiving the teachings from him. And, and it was when he got spiritually mature and powerful, he felt himself that he should spread the teachings of our Vedas not only in India but all over the world. So that was a spiritual confidence, the confidence of the soul that made that possible. Otherwise, he had no penny in his pocket. He had no resources. He had no exposure to the West. But he could comfortably do it here and came out as one of the great masters, monk of India. And his intention was to spread spirituality to all over the world. For him, the world was one place. They were not different countries. So such great masters, they think it as a as a real global family. And he wanted to spread the spiritual civilization not only for Hindus, not only for India, but for all the humanity. That's why he is loved and remembered with so much reverence.
Absolutely. And he could articulate such comprehensive, in such a wonderful way, ideas which are very difficult for people to comprehend. but he simplified them. And even today, when you read them, they are so refreshing. And allow me to bring his uh, reference on Bhagavad Gita. He said, "My wants are as nothing compared with the demands of Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, commanding a huge army. And yet he could find time in the midst of the din and turmoil of battle to talk the highest philosophy and to carry it into his life.
Yes.
Surely we ought to be able to do as much in this life of ours, comparatively free, easy, and comfortable. And we even have much more comforts now, as was the case of Swami Vivekananda. So, in terms of inspiration from him and the way he was drawing from Bhagavad Gita, how do you see that sense of detachment? I think also played an important role in the way he could offer all that he had.
See, when such a yogi is advanced and becomes a very profound with very profound knowledge, they have no iota of doubt in their mind. So he knew that every being is a living God. He wanted to, that is his main message. And he was unlike other monks before him, that they were always concerned about their self emancipation and getting the knowledge, while Swamiji brought the new tradition of self emancipation as well as serving the world. So service of the living God was the was his main goal and main teaching, that if you can't see God in the living beings, you cannot see the God. Means that is where God is. That is what we are supposed to serve, and that is what we should be able to uh, perceive within ourselves, that I am nothing else but pure soul. Similarly, other being is nothing else but pure soul, and serving other soul with whatever capacity God gave you, financial resources, talent, spiritual know-how, spreading that is the highest service of the creation. So there are two facts: there Brahman, the which is pure consciousness, and manifest Brahman, which we all are. So manifest Brahman, serving manifest Brahman with the knowledge of unmanifest divinity, that is the ultimate goal of human life. There is no other goal. Function of human body is nothing else but to render service. We all can only do with our body is to render service. If I know you as a friend or my sister, I won't charge you for that. If I don't know others, I will charge for them. That is the only difference. But the purpose of human body is to serve.
I always remember the quotation where Vivekananda said, sacrifice and service are
Yes.
the ideals of Bharat.
Yes.
And there were certain lines which I used to frequently remember, and one of them is which kind of also gives us the perspective that there is no inequality in terms of the potential that we have as human beings. So he said, each soul is potentially
Yes.
divine.
Yes.
The goal of life is to manifest the divinity within,
Yes.
and so on and so forth. So
Right. So that is his main teaching. That we are all potentially divine, means we can become whatever we want, and we have the same resources. The thing to do is to let it manifest, either by bhakti, either by karma yoga, either by psychic attainment, yoga, whatever you want to do, one or more or all of them, and let it manifest. That was the teaching of Swami Vivekananda ji. And same teaching is in our Vedas and Upanishads. Raman Mercy ji says the same thing, no? And he says, Rutsthale mana swasthata kriya bhakti yoga bo dascha nishchitam. The thing we have to do is to take our mind to our heart. Rutsthale mana swasthata kriya. By kriya yoga, bhakti, bodh, yoga. All for or any one of them you pursue, you will get that goal. So same teaching comes now. So Swami Vivekananda, we put it very nicely and woke up the whole nation on that principle.
Absolutely. And example, as Sriman Bhagavad, in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we have clear reference that Ashantasya Kuta Sukham. So
Yes,
if you are not at peace with yourself, then there's
he
no
cannot
happiness.
bring peace. Yes,
Yeah.
and before he came to the West, the situation at that time of all the different religions was to consider themselves superior to another religion. My religion is right, yours is wrong, and there was a lot of fight and turmoil going on, no? At intellectual level as well as physical destruction, And then Swamiji came and he showed that it is all one. Ekam sat vipra bodha vadanti. That is our teachings of the Vedas. And he started his speech in the parliament with this sloka, which is very ancient sloka from our scriptures. There's akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati sagaram sarva deva namaskara keshvam prati gacchati. Means no matter where the rain falls, all water will go to the ocean. Same way, all bhakti which is done to any deity, any religion goes to one. So
Wow.
that appealed to people so much. So, Akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati sagaram sarva deva namaskara keshavam prati gacchati. Means you have no doubt. You salute to Christ or you whatever God you wish, all that bhakti or all that devotion ultimately goes to God. Means there is no difference, and that conviction he had the greatest. So that's why he could communicate. His voice was coming from the knowledge from within. It was not a bookish knowledge. So that's why it appealed and to the every heart.
So he realized oneness, and he also shared how one can apply the principle of Vedanta in one's life. Doctor, the age in which we are living, we always talk also about the reduced attention span. So there are a lot of distractions. And
Yes.
here we are talking about Swami Vivekananda, who had photographic memory.
Yes.
And since you are also studying and teaching Patanjali Yoga Sutra, tell us something about the secret of concentration in the light of.
It's a beautiful. No? First of all, you have to be convinced about what you want to attain. Once you want to attain and spiritual knowledge, you will get spiritual knowledge. You want to make money, you will get money. Or you want to become a doctor, you will get medical knowledge. So once you decide that focus means concentration on one subject, one idea, or one place at the exclusion of others. Once we can do that, then the same intellect becomes extremely sharp and you will be able to remember easily. The meaning of the words will become very clear to you and conviction will be established. But this doesn't happen overnight. See, we are all in a rush. Everybody says, well, tell me what teachings are in Bhagavad Gita. No, you have to invest time. No? So that is called the abhyas. Abhyasena tu kunteya vairagena cha gruyate. Abhyas vairagyabhyam tan nirodha, says Patanjali Yoga Sutra. That mind, basically mind's nature is to go everywhere. Every mind, including Swami Vivekananda's mind, but he trained his mind so well. So abhyas, vairagya, bhyam means by these two, you can concentrate it so that you can prevent the distractions of the mind. Otherwise, it will get distracted. So, mind, when it is prepared, it will give you the best reward. It will give you best. It's like a concentrated light, and I focus it on a particular object. I will see it better. So, so that one who can do it and does it persistently gets the benefit.
So I I got some of these play cards from Belur Mutt, which have some of the quotations, and one says, "Stand and die in your own strength. If there is any sin in the world, it is weakness.
Yes,
Avoid all weakness.
yes,
For weakness is sin. Weakness is death." Uh,
yes,
Now, share how do you see the way we look at strength? It is not physical strength that he is referring to, and what makes people weak, and from where to get strength. And if I may think slightly more, I think it is related to Shraddha also.
yes,
So now the question is how to build upon the Shraddha that is given to us by virtue of being human beings.
yes. We all have Shraddha, but we put our Shraddha in different goals, different objects. Otherwise, we have that asset. So when we put that Shraddha in realizing the ultimate truth or scripture or recognizing soul, you will get that goal. You will be able to achieve it. So that's why we discussed before. Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhaya Dharana Sasradha. That what I am reading, what I am listening from great masters is 100% true. And with that, when you start journey, then everything becomes very clear to you. But if you don't have that component, then your own intellect, which is not mature and corrupted, will create doubts. Then the nature of mind is to create doubt. Nature of mind is to roam around. It creates doubt and it roams around. So these two doesn't let you concentrate. But if you can control that doubt, there's a chinna dveda. That's why it says chinna dveda yat atmana sarva bhuti te rata. So that is Bhagavad Gita, no? Again. Labhante Brahma Nirvanam Ruse Kshina Kalmasa Chinna Dveda Yat Atmana Sarva Bhuti Hite Rata. See, whenever God repeats the same message two times, it's extremely important.
Sarvabhuta Tiratha.
Sarve Bhuti Rata. He repeats it two times. So he said that this when I quoted, he comes in the fifth chapter. So where he says Labhante means who gets the Brahma Nirvanam or highest knowledge? Labhante Brahma Nirvanam Rusaye Kshina Kalmasa. Rusaye means great seekers. Rusaye Kshina Kalmasa. So one who has destroyed all the deficiencies of his mind and intellect, means doubts in the mind. So Kshina Kalmasa. Chinna Dveda. Chinna means destroyed. Chinna Dveda means opposite, pairs of opposite or doubts. Chinna Dveda. Yat Atmana Sarva Bhuta Hite Rata. That four things before is not enough unless he is Sarva Bhuti Rata. Sarva Bhuti, and that's what Swami Vivekananda emphasized. In the interest of welfare of all beings, all living beings, dogs, cats, humans, everybody. Sarva Bhut Hite Rata. If that component is not there, you cannot be a yogi, or you are a useless yogi. Because it's like I am a very brilliant doctor, but if I refuse to see patient, I am useless. Similarly, a great spiritual master, if he doesn't serve the humanity, he is no good. So the proof positive sign of a divine being or a real guru is that he serves others. Uh,
So what you said, I have this quotation where he says the only definition that can be given of morality is this:
yes.
that which is selfish is immoral,
Or-
and that which is unselfish is
yeah.
moral. So
That is a simple definition of religion.
yes,
That,
yes.
that gave up selfishness. So when can you give up selfishness? When you have given up ego. Ego is selfish. As long as I have ego and I'm concerned only about Atul Chokshi, I cannot be useful to anybody and anything else. I am going to take my interest, my family, or my near relatives. So because I have ego. once you give up the ego, your center of circle of relatives and circle of people you want to serve gets bigger and bigger. So Swami Vivekananda said, instead of centripetal, become centrifugal. Just go on increasing your circle and make it bigger and bigger. So everybody is in your circle. So that's these masters teaching. Yes,
Contraction is
again, the second place it comes in Gita is Sanyamya Indriya Gramam, 12th chapter. Sanyamya Indriya Gramam, Sarvatra Sambuddhaya. Te prapnuvanti mam eva sarvabhutihite rata. See, last section belongs to same sarvabhutihite. What here God says requirements. What are your personal requirements? What you Sanniyamya Indriya Gramam means all Indriyas are under your control. You are the boss. Sanniyam Indriya. Sarvatra Samabuddhaya. You equanimity mind for everything and everyone. Samabuddhaya. Te prapnuvanti mam eva. They will only attend me, definitely. Sarva bhut hitera. But such a person also has to do the work for the others. If he doesn't do the work for others, no, that's it. He is a knowledgeable man, so he will have to come next time to get to Sarvabhuti Tera. And that is what Swami Vivekananda was convinced about. That was his heart and soul, and that he communicated very effectively and created a band of great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and all the great masters of that time. And they all learned from Swami Vivekananda. He is the nation, he is the father of our nation. He is the one who protected our Hindu religion. He is the one who protected our country. Otherwise, we were at the under the feet of Britishers. We were extremely poor, extremely malnourished, and they created so much cruelty of 200 years. That was our status at that time, bankrupt emotionally, physically, intellectually, morally. We were depleted to zero. And his teachings, they woke everybody from graveyard to the highest, to the freedom. So freedom is very expensive, and such masters, they woke up. If it wasn't Vivekananda ji, then we might not have gotten the freedom, or our religion might have vanished. That's what great scholars of that time say.
so when you are saying what you are saying, then I'm kind of thinking the contribution that we have by the arrival of Acharya Shankar in our contemporary period of last 100, 200 years. I think Swami Vivekananda has done something remarkable up
Yes,
to in
yes.
that direction.
It's called modern Sankara. He was the Einstein of spiritual science. Swami Vivekananda.
Very well put. So earlier, when you were mentioning about ego, and I was thinking when we talk about Bhagavad Gita that karta pana nahi ho, doership, going beyond doership. So you offer everything.
That's it.
Mamanusmar yuddhacha.
It is done. So means you become a karma yogi, and then you karma yoga gets you to God, and God realization makes you karma yogi. So it is a means as well as the destination. So
So, as we are fortunate, one, to have taken birth in the land of Bharat,
yes,
and two, our karma bhumi is America. You're sitting in New Jersey, I'm sitting in New York, and we also had Swami Vivekananda having spent substantial amount of his time in this part of the world, and we were earlier talking about Thousand Island Park, where he conducted some uh, shivir for very sincere sadhakas. And the book that I have here, that is
yes,
Inspired Talks, is
yes.
based on that. And allow me to read the line from this book where he said, knowledge can never be created, it can only be discovered.
Yes,
And,
that's
and
true.
every man who makes a great discovery is inspired.
Yes,
When it is a spiritual truth that he brings, we call him a prophet. And when it is a truth on the physical plane, we call him a scientific man.
Yeah.
And when and we attribute more importance to the former, although the source of all truth is one. So now my question to you before we conclude is how to be a good discoverer in the light of the teaching of Swami Vivekananda.
Yes, this is ultimate truth, that we are pure soul. Soul is all omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient. So all knowledge is within, but it is covered. It is covered. That's why the trick is to uncover the knowledge. And what is it covered by? By kamesh krodhesh rajoguna samudbhavam. With rajoguna, which is loaded with kam and krodh, the layers of our desires and our wants has covered it, and used up our intellect and power for the worldly thing. From from drawing our attention from worldly thing to godly thing, or finding out the truth, it is a spiritual discovery, and then you are a realized soul, because it's already there. You have to just uncover it, and covering is only kamesh krodh, as the Lord Krishna says too. But krodh is also a product of kama. So if the only kama, only desires, if the desires go away, if we can reduce it and deplete it, then all the knowledge will become manifest. You are knowledgeable, you are all knowing, everything is God. What do you want me to know? There is nothing more to be known after that. Yad gnatva na punarmoho evam asyasi, Arjuna. As Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, that I'm going to declare you that knowledge by which you will know everything, and nothing else needs to be known after that. So, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That is
So
Gita. That's why I'm crazy about Gita. And there is every answer. You ask me 4 5 serious questions, and these are the answers from the God. And Swami Vivekananda, where did he get it? From Bhagavad Gita. He was a big lover of Bhagavad Gita, no? So he, when he was a wandering monk, he had only two things. One is Bhagavad Gita in his pocket, and one was the imitations of Christ. These two books and a kamandal. And he worked all over Gujarat and all over India for more than a year, no?
before we conclude, as you were mentioning earlier, also, and I'm just quoting verbatim from Vivekananda on Bhagavad Gita. Exactly what you have already said is, he says, "He who sees the Supreme Lord dwelling alike in all beings, the imperishable in things that perish, he sees indeed. For seeing the Lord as the same everywhere present, he does not destroy the self by the self, and thus he goes to the highest goal." Um,
Can I give you the sloka for that?
Please.
Sarva bhuteshu enekam bhavam avayam iksate avibhaktam vibhaktesu tadgranam vidhi satvikam. That is a sattvic knowledge. Sarva bhuteshu enekam, the one eternal principle resides in all beings. Sarva bhuteshu enekam bhavam avyam iksate, one who sees that undepleting entity. सर्वभूतेषु भावमवेक्षते अविभक्तं विभक्तेषु तत् ज्ञानं विद्धि सात्विकम. That knowledge is sat. That's what Swami Vivekananda says.
Beautiful. So this is such a space where the more you immerse yourself, the more uplifted you feel, and it is so refreshing always to read Swami Vivekananda or to
Then,
contemplate
then
Bhagavad
you
Gita.
then you laugh and smile and giggle for no reason. Got it?
So let's do that with laughter, recollecting the great contribution of Swami Vivekananda, as well as the palpable nectar that we have in the form of Bhagavad Gita. And as Academy of Spiritual Sciences and Heramba Studio, and this year we are especially observing Gita Dhyana Varsh. So in that series, this Gita Yatra, we will have more conversations about various aspects related to Bhagavad Gita and get inspirations more and more. I appreciate you respecting my request. And as we conclude, anything else that you would like to add?
This is what we have to do. Keep learning, keep spreading. If I know something, I should spread. If you know something, you should spread. And next time we are going to do Sant Kabir. So all great masters say this, they all say the same thing, but different language, different way. कबीरा कुआ एक है पानी भरे अनेक भांडे में ही भेद है पानी सब में एक.
Kya baat, kya baat. So, on that note of oneness, once again thanking Dr. Atul Chokshi ji, and thanking all of you for being with us with lots of good wishes. Namaste.
Namaste.